Welcome back, crew, to Boats vs. Haulover, where Man and Machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. But today we are visiting Haulover's cousin to the north, BOCA Inlet. And if you can't tell from these images and the white caps in the background, it is absolutely firing down here today. Gonna be an interesting day to see how our captains fare as they step in the ring and try and do battle with the inlet. Let's go ahead and step in the ring and get our competition started. We're going to have our first contestant stepping in to do battle with BOCA, and it's going to be a mystery vessel. I'm not 100% sure what this boat is, but if you know, let me know in the comments below. But I'm also curious. This looks like the type of boat that typically would be an inboard vessel. Was this retrofitted to outboards, or did this boat come like this? But one thing's for sure, it is a big boat. And even on a day like today where it's absolutely firing here at BOCA, this boat's got more than enough horsepower and more than enough freeboard to be able to make easy work of BOCA Inlet, as we can see here. And today's a rough day. You're going to see many boats that come out today are not going to have the same luck as this crew, but our guys here are going to wind up pulling a win for the boats here in the first round. And that's going to bring us over to the second round of our competition. Boats up early 1-0, which is quite the surprise with BOCA firing like this. But we're going to have a Chris Craft stepping in the ring here in the second round, and here we go. Our guy's trying to make his way out, has the throttle opened up a little bit, but he's plopping up and down pretty hard. But we're about to move into the rollers, takes a smack right there, and bam! The big bang on the way out. And my man gets almost vertical over that wave, has to back off the throttle. Overall, a decent attempt, but BOCA definitely threw him off his game as he had to back off the throttle. Let's go back and look at the replay and see where things went wrong. Here we're going to see our captain come over one of the waves, lands flat and hard into the next wave, and then on the next approach is going to go almost vertical, causing him to have to pull back on those throttles. Again, BOCA threw him off his game. We're going to go ahead and give BOCA the win here in the second round. And that's going to bring us to the third round of our competition, tied at 1 apiece, but the boats have a surprise coming as they're going to throw their old BOCA legend in, the old blue top legend, Whaler Gang, coming through. Here she's got the throttle opened up and taking an early beating on this one as it's a rough day down here at BOCA. But she continues to slowly work her way out, working with the throttle methodically as she's got to time the waves on this one. This vessel's not overly huge, especially to be out on a day like this. We saw a lot of U-turns on this day. Boats much bigger than this, deciding they just weren't going to mess with it going out. And for some reason, it appears she is coming to a stop. She's lost power to the motor. She's trying to figure it out. It looks like she's messing with the kill switch. I don't know if it jiggled itself loose, possibly came off. I mean, when it's a rough day taking a pounding, it just takes a little bit sometimes, and that switch can kill it on you, and you've got to get it resituated. And she's trying, and yes, she's got power back, and she's able to continue on, but that's a dangerous spot to be in. As you can see, breaking waves just on the outside of her here. That could have easily turned bad quickly. Fortunately, she was able to successfully figure it out. But honestly, BOCA definitely threw her off her game, causing something to happen for that kill switch to come out and her to come to a dead stop in the middle of the inlet. I'm going to have to go ahead, unfortunately, and give the legend a loss on this one, and BOCA will take a win in this round. And this, of course, is going to bring us to the fourth round of our competition with BOCA up 2-1, and the boats are going to throw an Intrepid in the ring here in the fourth round to try and keep them alive in this contest. Let's see how our captain fares as he tries to enter BOCA Inlet. Has the slight pause here as he's trying to line it up and time the waves to make sure he doesn't get himself into any trouble as he makes his way in. But he does eventually wind up leaning into those throttles, getting the boat up on plane and powering his way into BOCA Inlet, taking a win for the boats, and that will bring us to a 2-2 tie as we move into the fifth and final round of our competition. And this one, will it be the redemption round as the boats try and get back into it, and the blue top legend tries to get redemption for the loss earlier in the episode. And here we go, blue top legend trying to return back into the inlet. Huge, massive following sea. This is one of the most dangerous sea conditions anybody can deal with. Things can go wrong quickly. If a wave behind you catches up to you, lifts that stern of the boat up, and you wind up surfing, it'll wind up diving the bow down into the wave in front of you, and things can get out of hand fast. So you gotta be cautious as you're doing this, and as you can see, the legends taking their time, making sure that they're riding the waves the correct way and not finding themselves in any trouble, and will easily make it back into BOCA and are going to wind up getting that redemption and taking a win, and the boats will take the win in this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, does some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that focuses on all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you guys haven't, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.